Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe Parker with the Santa Barbara Group at Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate, and today I'm going to take you on a map tour of the 5 gated communities in Montecito. Montecito, one of the most exclusive communities in our area and in the world for that matter, home to celebrities, business moguls, and even the royals. And there are several gated communities in there, and I know that that's something that a lot of people are looking for. They like that security, they like just the privilege of being behind a gated community. The community tends to be really nice in these areas. So without any further ado, let's dive into them, starting with Bonnymede and Montecito Shores. Now, these 2 gated communities are right next to the beach, and the way I'm going to help show you these is dive into the map so that we can look at them from Google Earth. Let's dive right in, since I'm really not going to be able to get into a lot of these unless there's a house for sale in there, but for this video this is going to be great. So I am going to zoom in here. All right, this first one here, Montecito Shores and Bonnymede. Now I couple them together because you go through one gate to get to both of these communities, 2 different communities behind one guarded gate. And these, as you can see here, are down by the beach. This building right over here, this is the Biltmore tennis courts, and this is the beginning of the Bonnymede and Montecito Shores community. This consists of different style configurations of townhomes. Bonnymede is a 2-story community, so you've got some that are on the ground floor and some that are above. You do have some of these homes here that are ocean front. These are the most expensive ones. I'm seeing those sell for $4, $5, and $6 million for a condo in there. And then Montecito Shores is a little bit of a taller development. Those structures are 3 and 4 stories tall, and you have elevators in them. They have underground parking underneath each building structure. So these 2 communities are really amazing because they are so close to the ocean. These condos, you could walk right out your door, be down on the beach. There is beach access from the community itself, or if you want to walk out to Channel Drive, another great place to walk along this stretch right here. Butterfly Beach is right there. When the Biltmore was open and when it will reopen in the future, another great spot to go over for sunset drinks or cocktails or dinner at the Biltmore. The Coral Casino is here next to it as well. That's a great private club, and the future for that place, it's being remodeled just like the Biltmore is going to have a public access restaurant. It's private right now, so you got to be a member to go there, but in the future you'll be able to go dine at their restaurant, which is oceanfront upstairs above the pool. So great place to interact with your guest or anybody you want to have a nice meal with on the beach. Now, located just south of these 2 communities is the gated community of Sea Meadow. This exclusive community is one of the best in Montecito, if not the best, because of its location right next to the beach, in between Miramar Point and Hammond's Meadow, or Hammond's Reef as the surfers call it. This community is a mix of attached townhomes and a few freestanding homes, with the amenities of a clubhouse, a pool, a tennis court. It's quite amazing. In fact, you hardly need to do anything yourself as an owner in here. They have systems in place that take care of the property almost completely for you. So it's always the way it was when you left it. You're also right next to the Rosewood Hotel, the Miramar. This is an exclusive high-end hotel that has its own dining and beach access that a lot of people like to walk down to and go get a drink and maybe take it onto the beach or just stay up top there and watch a sunset. So the Sea Meadow gated community, really, really nice. It's also right next to Hammond's Beach and Miramar Point. So if you're a surfer and you like to go surfing, this is definitely a great spot to be, because you can put a board under your arm and walk out your door and get out into the ocean and catch some waves. Now we're gonna fly up and take you up towards the mountains for the next 2 communities. Now, as we go up here, now I'm heading, you can see Summerlin down here in the map, and as I get closer, you see this big green area on the map. That's the Birnam Wood community, and that's the only private golf course that you could live on in Montecito. There is one other golf course, the Montecito Club. This is something that you could join as a member. It has a great tennis facilities, great pool, really nice for families, gatherings, socializing, and of course, a really nice Jack Nicklaus golf course, but not as nice as this golf course, in my opinion. The Birnam Wood golf course is definitely one of the best, and you have a lot of homes that are built right along it. That community also has a clubhouse, a pool. They put on events. You could order food to be delivered to your house or go eat it there. So there's a lot of different amenities that you get. It's kind of like living in a country club out there at the Birnam Wood. You know, you've got a little bit of a water feature there, a lake, tennis, heated pools, jacuzzis, and social coordinator that will coordinate social events. If that's a little bit too much for you, but you still want the gated community and you want the bigger estate style living, then the fifth and final gated community, I zoomed out, I'm gonna zoom back in, is just below Birnam Wood, and this is the Ennisbrook community. Again, you access it off of Sheffield. If you're looking for a little less of that social scene, the whole country club lifestyle, you know, the golf course out in front of your place, this could be the call. It has some really nice big estates on some big properties, over an acre, and you've got good views from that community. It's accessed off of Sheffield, so you got a really easy jaunt right down to the freeway if you want to get into Santa Barbara or get out of town down south. These are what some of the homes are looking like in this community. You could see that they are bigger, the streets wind around, you've got lots of landscaping, many of them have their own pools, and the one thing in there is you'll find is that the architectural styles can be really eclectic and different compared to the traditional Montecito style that you see around town. These gated communities, both built in the 80s, these two, Birnam Wood and Ennisbrook, and you could kind of feel that with some of the architecture and the eclecticness of it. But there's still, you could see some construction going on as well, so some of them getting remodeled and modernized. But that is our fifth gated community, the final gated community of this gated community tour of Montecito. Now, both Ennisbrook and Birnam Wood are located higher up in Montecito, closer to the upper village. So one thing to consider of all these gated communities, Montecito Shores, Bonnymede, and Sea Meadow are down by the lower village. So you're gonna have access to Coast Village Road really easily. And there's a lot of great things on Coast Village Road, like world-class boutique shopping, really high-end boutiques. You've got several amazing restaurants like Honor Bar, you've got Trey Loon, Lucky's, you know, all these places. It wouldn't be uncommon that you could be eating dinner and see Ellen DeGeneres next to you. You know, she's a member of the community. Julia Louise Dreyfus, she may be there as well. All these people love Montecito because their privacy is protected. You know, the community doesn't really gawk at them or anything. We see them around town and it's no big deal, right? And so I think they really appreciate that. But it's really kind of fun to have all those things in your, you know, striking distance on foot or an easy drive. But if you're up at Birnam Wood or Ennisbrook, you're going to be a little closer to the upper village, which is a whole different vibe, but it's still another nice little commercial district of Montecito. The upper village also features some boutiques, some restaurants. It has a really cool little community kind of grocery store. It's like a smaller one, not like the Vaughn's in the lower village, but it's a great way, like if you need to get some staples or you need to pick up some items for a dinner party you're throwing, it's really close and easy to get to. You're also going to be closer to some of the hiking trails in Montecito, in those upper gated communities, and you have easy access to that 192 highway, which if the freeway's jammed up, and this happens a lot when construction's going on and they're widening the freeway, if you jump up to the 192, you can easily get out down to Carpinteria or the other way up into Santa Barbara. So you got some accessibility there and a little bit of extra kind of privacy being up away from the beach, because those communities down by the beach, as nice as it is to be on the beach, you got to keep in mind that the beach is a public space and people will be walking past those communities when they're enjoying their time on the beach. So those are some of the things to consider when evaluating all of these gated communities in Montecito. I hope that you found it interesting, and I hope you found it helpful for you to understand more what the community's like. There's a lot of places to live outside of the gated communities, obviously, but if a gated community is what you're looking for, this will give you some ideas of what options are out there for you. So thanks for watching. I'm Joe Parker, like I said, with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, making videos for you so that you could understand Santa Barbara and Montecito just a little bit better with each video. Thanks for watching.